What is up, my dudes? It's week 5, officially PSL season. McDonald's is bringing Monopoly back. Seth found his computer. What more could you guys ask for? We got our starts, we got our sits, and we have our sleepers. I am joined by Jordan and Seth, guys. Week 5 is here. We're, kind of paying attention to the Dodger game a little bit right now, right, Seth? Trying to stay focused on fantasy football. I think we'll get it done. Bullpen's looking like a disaster at the moment.
It's awful.
So Seth is here. Jordan's here. I got some pick your player ready to go, guys. We got it all here. We're ready to go.
I can't stand people who act like they know baseball and they're just talking like they know baseball. It's just so frustrating. Anyways, continue.
Are you talking about what Jordan was telling us before the game, or what?
No, it's just people who don't watch baseball at all, and then they tune in for the postseason and they just ask a ton of questions, or they just go on rants about stuff. And I'm like, dude, like, you don't know anything. Just shut up.
Yeah. Are you talking about like how I had to tell you that Kershaw wasn't pitching for the Dodgers anymore, that he retired, or what are you talking about?
No, I knew.
Me and Seth drove to LA yesterday for a work trip.
We didn't go to the game. Yeah.
5 minutes from Dodger Stadium, and we did not go to the game. Huge miss on our parts. But Wednesday night recording, it's October, can wake Jordan up when September ends. Jordan, you ready to get this thing started? Ready to kick this off? We have our YouTube live coming to you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Jordan, does that work for your schedule? Thursday night?
Yeah, it works. That works.
Okay. I didn't clarify it before the pod, and all of a sudden we're here, and I'm like, oh, shoot. So 9 p.m. Pacific time, guys, going live. Going to answer some start and sits. Got some week 5 plays in there as well. Be sure to join that. We will be giving away some of these fantasy football dudes hats right there, the script writing. So go ahead, jump over there, hit the like, hit the sub at tffdudes. Got some pick your player here. Seth, you want to quarterback this for us here, buddy?
Yeah, let's go pick your player. Let's go the first game here. Justin, or it's the battle of the Justins here. Which Justin do you like better? Justin Fields versus Dallas, or Justin Herbert versus Washington? Interesting play here.
Where are you leaning here? I'm Fields, just because of how bad Dallas's defense has been. They're absolutely the worst, and you got the rushing upside.
Yeah, but Washington also is really, really bad against the pass. So you can go either way here. I mean, on PFF, like coverage grades, Washington has the worst coverage grade. They've given up. Let's see fantasy quarterbacks, like what their points are. I think it's really close. So I guess is my Washington's like giving up 19 points a game, but Dallas is giving up 27.5 points a game to quarterbacks. So it's close. I'm going to go Fields, but I think they're both in really good spots this week.
Yeah, I'm going Justin Jefferson here, just with the rushing upside. I did a poll on
Justin Jefferson has rushing upside at quarterback.
Justin Fields, my bad. I did a poll here on X, week 5 fantasy face-off. I did Justin Herbert versus Justin Fields. 116 votes, 67% for Justin Fields, 32% for Justin Herbert.
I mean, hey Trent, this like Cowboys like pass defense is like historic. It's like really bad. They give up 27.5 points to quarterbacks. But like if you look at their wide receiver numbers, they give up 35 fantasy points a game to wide receivers. You know what the next one is 27. Like they're almost 8 points more per game to the wide receiver position than anybody else in the league. It's pretty crazy how bad they've been the past game.
It's bad. Well, Diggs isn't coming off the bench. He's starting this week. So that's going to turn everything around. We got Bland back. No, I don't know I don't know how you fix it. The thing is it's a very highly paid secondary as well.
They have no pass rush. That's the biggest issue. Yeah. They have no pass rush.
Yeah, well, now we got what's his name, Clowney, so that should help.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the corpse of Jadeveon Clowney will help a ton.
Yeah. So I'm not. Yeah, it's like what you've said, Jordan. You were really high on Dak Prescott all offseason. It's looking pretty good. Pickens is wide receiver 4 on the season. He's had a huge game last week. I'm sure that'll go down when
it's kind of buoyed by like 2 big games, right?
Yeah. Well, last game was huge.
I think he had a big game the week before, maybe too. But
yeah. So Seth, what are you leaning for on this? What are you thinking? You going with the running upside or Herbert?
I'm going Fields here. I think Garrett Wilson's gonna have an insane game.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson numbers are probably something to look at.
Yeah, we got a lot of buys this week too, guys. Like when did the week 5 buys start happening? Was this 2 years ago? I feel like we used to not get them till like
It's
6
really
or
early,
7.
in
Yeah.
my opinion.
It seems early, but
You get a week 5 bye, and then you got 12 games in a row. Like, that's rough, man.
yeah, no, for sure. Seth, what do we have next?
Let's go to our running back matchup here. We have David Montgomery versus the Bengals, or Cam Scatabo at New Orleans. What's interesting is they're both playing bad teams, so that's something to consider. I think I lean Scatabo just by volume, but go ahead.
I'm leaning David Montgomery just because, like, the Saints have been okay against the run. Like, I just think that, like, the Lions might put up like 50 points on this Bengals team. Like, they're not going to stop scoring. Like, David Montgomery might have 2 touchdowns and 50 yards. Like, Scatabo, like, obviously the role is better. The touches are going to be more, but I just don't know if it's upside. Like, I don't know.
I think he's
fine. I think he's fine. Like, I think the Lions might like just put it on the Bengals. I don't know if you remember the game last year and they put it on the Jaguars. Like, they just kept scoring. Like, they scored 50 something points. Like, I just think, and they're at home. Lions are at home, right? Like, at home in the dome.
It's at
like,
Cincinnati.
It's at Cincinnati.
Yeah. The thing is,
I don't
the only
know how
problem
much it really matters, but yeah.
Yeah, it probably doesn't matter. Only problem I have is there's so many weapons on the Lions offense. Like we did see 2 weeks ago, David Montgomery had 2 touchdowns, right? And he had a lot of yards, mostly because of that big run he had, right? But it could totally be a thing where it's just like, even if they're killing him, right? David Montgomery might play more, but Jahmyr Gibbs might already have 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Or they'll be, Jared Goff, there's so many different weapons on offense. Like, we might see 3 different tight ends catch a touchdown this game. Like, it could be that sort of stuff, that we see. That's the only problem I have with the Lions. So many different weapons. Their schemes are so different. But at least with the Giants, Scatabo's the most, I would say, electric player on that team now, maybe besides Jackson Dart. Like, with Neighbors out, like, who's going to touch the ball the most? It's going to be Scatabo. He's probably going to have 25 touches this week.
Yeah, no, I don't hate that. So I think it's real close.
And his receiving game is great too. Like, he's going to get probably at least 5 catches, I think.
Do you almost think that, like, maybe Scatabo's floor is higher, but like Montgomery's ceiling might be higher just with the touchdown upside?
Yeah, and he's on a better team, right?
Yeah, but you're right. Scatabo had 27 touches last week. 25 carries.
Yeah.
But
he had dirt stains from a turf field. You've all seen the meme. Like, he had dirt stains from a turf field. Like, he looked like he went through a war. I agree, Jordan. That's where I was going to go. I think Scatabo has a higher floor, but Montgomery has a higher ceiling. Because 2 weeks ago, Montgomery had 29 fantasy points. Last week, he had 1.2. So it's just, but this is the thing where it's like, you got to keep Gibbs healthy for the whole season. So it could be more of a timeshare this week, but Scatabo, it's like the volume for sure should be there, but it's hard for me to believe that Montgomery doesn't fall in the end zone at least once in this game.
Yeah, I think there's one for sure. Like, the Browns defense, which I'll get to later in this episode, is that, like, the Browns run defense is really, really good for what it's worth.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that trade they did is looking really good. The D tackle, what is it? Graham? What is that his name? Mason?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, Mason Graham.
Yeah, him and Garrett are looking like quite the deadly duo there. So I want to go Scatabo. I think I'm gonna. Scatabo just seems so much safer. But pulling up stats here, just the Bengals are the second worst run defense behind the Bears. They're giving up 123 rushing yards per game. The Saints are giving up 97 rushing yards per game. So I'm going to just go with the more rushing yards per game. And I think you get a touchdown out of Montgomery. So I'm going to go Montgomery right there. I think it's a safer play. It's just where I'm, or maybe not.
I think so too.
It's the opposite. It's a higher
No, it's a higher ceiling.
Jordan?
Like,
higher ceiling.
No, it's higher ceiling. Yeah. The
Yeah.
volume of Scatabo is, it's like Scatabo might outtouch Montgomery 30-12, but I mean, do you ever see a world where Scatterbo scores 30 points in a 40 total against the Saints? Like, I don't see it. Like, they're not going to score enough.
Yeah, he's also a guy like don't ever want to count out, but I don't see it. I don't see him dropping a 30 bird. Yeah, Seth. What we got on wide receivers here?
Okay, we got Tet McMillan versus the Dolphins and Jalen Waddle at Carolina. What do you guys think?
We got the same matchup here. I think I'm gonna go with Tet McMillan. I'm gonna go with Tet McMillan over Waddle here is what I'm thinking. But man, Waddle not having Hill makes him tempting. Like I told Jordan for the pod, like I have like a weird feeling that Waddle like has a good game now that Tyreek Hill is not there. Like it just gives him more targets, right? But I think I'm gonna go Tet McMillan over Waddle here.
Well, Tet McMillan also has no one to compete for targets with either. So, not due to injury, just because everyone else sucks. So it's like, I got Tet here. I think Ted's in a really good spot this week. So,
and you could say the Dolphins have an actual like running game. The Panthers have not been able to get that running game really going.
No, the Panthers, they have one weapon. It's Tet McMillan.
Yeah.
And it's a good spot. It's a good matchup. So I like the spot.
Seth, are you riding with us?
Yeah. It's kind of easy for me, I feel like.
All right. Well, guys, today's episode is brought to you by our friends over at Trophy Smack. Head over to Trophy Smack, guys. Get that trophy, last place trophy, first place trophy, everything you need over at Trophy Smack. Go to www.trophysmack.com/dudes. 15% off your whole entire order there, guys. Last place ribbons, first place ribbons, participation ribbons. Get some sweet chains. I can't find my chain right now, but it usually hangs low. Trophysmack.com/dudes. 15% off your whole entire order. All right, Seth, let's throw this back over to you. What do we have next here?
Speaking of last place stuff, what do you guys think about this last place punishment? I talked to Trent about it in the truck yesterday, but I don't know what Jordan thinks about it. Last place team, the owner of the team has to have dinner with the championship's parents.
Yeah, I saw. I don't know if you. Parents. Yeah, I saw this on social media. I think that's pretty good. Like,
it's pretty good.
It's really good, and it could be like, for some people, it could be really easy, right? Like,
no, I think it's actually like pretty easy, but
it depends what league you're in. Seth, like, I'm in a league where it would be it'd be bizarre, like it would be very bizarre if I had to have dinner with some of these people's parents, but like. There's also leagues where it might be your own parents, It could be dinner with your own parents. So, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, or your aunt and uncle. It's like, oh, okay, that's fine. But like, there's definitely leagues where like it's like, I barely know the people in the league, let alone their parents, So it'd be like, I don't know.
Well, and I think we need to touch on this more in the live stream because I'm sure hey guys, for those of you who haven't joined the live stream, we have some characters on there. We had over 100 people in the chat letting us have it, talking to us, yucking it up. Check that out. We can talk about that more. We want to know your guys' last place punishments. We can't for sure say we'll read them on there, but maybe we'll at least pull them up on the screen. So join the live on Thursday night, 9 p.m. Pacific time. But yeah, dinner with the champions' parents. It just depends. I feel like there's some leagues I was in. If I had to eat with the parents, they might just say, no, I'm not doing that. This fly is killing me. Do you guys see this fly on my face? It is absolutely terrible. But
we see it, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. Kind of losing my train of thought there now. Thanks to this fly here, but I might throw my microphone or this remote next to me at this fly. But Seth, what do we have next here? You already planning your dinner plans for the end of the year?
No, I'm in the Mickey Mouse first place in this league where the punishment is right now. I have the third least point score, and I'm in first, the only undefeated team. But so it looks like someone's going to be having dinner with my parents, even though that would be pretty easy, really, for anybody. Let's go to your guys' starts this week, Trent. We'll start with you.
All right. My start of the week here. I really liked Trey Benson this week. I had him locked in. I had everything I was going to say, had all the numbers lined up, and then 30 minutes later, found out he was going on IR. So that was very unfortunate. So my start of the week this week, guys, I have Chris Godwin. Seahawks are tough on defense, I know, both against the run and the pass. But here's the thing. I think Godwin shook the rest off last week. He only caught 3 passes, but he saw 10 targets, and Bucky Irving's banged up. I think Tampa's going to be slinging it. I think Baker's going to be cooking. And I think Godwin might be a main ingredient. May not be the main ingredient, but he's definitely going to be a key part of this recipe. So I could just see Godwin catching a lot of passes here. He's getting better each week. I like the spot. And have you seen the stat, Jordan, about Ibuka, how he's just like, he's terrible in like getting open. Like I don't know if it's sustainable, these numbers he's putting up. Like he's making crazy catches, but his separation numbers are not good. Like he's pretty covered on most of these completions. I don't know if you saw
Yeah, I
that.
mean, he makes like some crazy catches, and he makes catches in like chunks, you know. Like I was looking at his prop this week, but like I don't love like his numbers. Like he has targets, but like I don't know. Like his numbers are kind of, I don't know. It's just hit and miss. Like he's very touchdown dependent. So I like 101 yards in week like this most recent week. But his long was 77, like a 77-yard touchdown. Like if you take that away, he had 9 targets, 3 catches, like 25 yards. Like I just, you know, it's a long of 30 on an 85-yard day, a long of 30 on a 67-yard day. Like he's very big play dependent right now, and like tough catch dependent, you know. I don't know. He's obviously, you're playing him, you know, but I definitely think it's a little bit, you know, maybe there's a little bit more behind the scenes that the numbers don't say, I guess is kind of what you're alluding to, which I kind of agree with.
Well, and I'm seeing a lot of stuff of guys saying sell high right now. And it seems like maybe it's too late now that everybody's saying it. But
the problem is like where you drafted him. I don't really, where do you think people drafted him? Like in the 6th, 7th round, you know, like, I don't know. What are you getting back for Ibuka?
Yeah,
unless you can. I don't know. Maybe you can get.
Well, he's wide receiver 7 right now.
Yeah.
So you might be able to. There might be somebody that has a running back and something you
if
can.
He's like if you have like 3 other really good wide receivers, then yeah, I guess I can see the merit to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like, I just don't know. Trading, maybe you can get like David Montgomery and then another wide receiver number 2. I'm just throwing an example out there of what you can do with him. It seems like the selling high. I don't know if you can really sell him high. It's at the end of the day, it's a rookie, and I think people put 2 and 2 together. They're like, Mike Evans is out, Godwin's coming back, McMillan's going to be coming back eventually. Like the guy you should probably try to target is Baker Mayfield, but I don't know if you're going to be able to get. It's hard to trade for quarterbacks, right? But
yeah.
Anyways, so that's my start. I got Chris Godwin. I think he could have a pretty good spot here in this offense playing against the Seahawks. And I talked about in my waiver episode, I don't mind streaming Sam Darnold in this game either. Like, I think he might have to put some points up. I think he has a safe floor. But Seth,
let's go to Jordan's start this week. This kind of coincided with our talk about David Montgomery earlier.
Yeah, I got Jameson Williams to start this week. Plays that really bad Bengals team who just kind of quit on Monday Night Football. It's a really good matchup for them and a really good matchup for Jameson Williams. Last 3 weeks, the Bengals have given up big games to Parker Washington, Justin Jefferson, Cortland Sutton, all who play the outside receiver position, which Jameson Williams also primarily plays. Lions are 10-point favorites. And like I said before, like they have a team total of 28.5, and they aren't afraid to run up the score. So I think we get for sure one big Jameson Williams bomb. Wouldn't be surprised if it's the first touchdown of the game, a big bomb to Jamo. I think we could get 2. I think he goes over 100 yards in this matchup, 1 to 2 touchdowns, 5-6 catches. I think we get a really big Jameson Williams game. He kind of had the one big game, 2 real quiet weeks. 3 really quiet weeks, 1 big week. This is he's primed for a huge game in this spot. I love Jameson Williams this week.
Jordan, I'm really tempted this week with buys and stuff of playing Jameson Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, and David Montgomery all in one league. It's a lot of Lions, but it just seems like a really good spot.
Trent, they're going to score 40 plus. Like I don't see it. how they don't score
The
40 plus in this game.
the Bengals are bad. They look so bad. And
And
Jordan,
it's not getting any better. Like they're
Yeah.
quitting. Like Jamar Chase literally almost quit like in mid game. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you texted us and I tweeted it, but you said like the Bengals have to do something about this quarterback situation. And I brought it up like, what's Andy Dalton doing right now? Like, shoot, go after Carson Palmer. Like it can't get worse than what you're doing right now. Like it looks bad right now with Browning.
Joe Flacco.
There's got to be some free agents out there. Like
I mean,
we threw out Jamison Williams, like trade T Higgins for Jamison, or sorry, not Jamison, for Jameis Winston. Trade T Higgins for
don't
Jameis
do
Winston.
that. I think that's dumb. But like
Do
you don't need to
something-
trade T Higgins. Like you could trade a 7th round draft pick for Jameis Winston. Like he's not doing anything, you know? Like
there's got to be
just-
some backup QB you can trade
can't-
something for.
you can't pay T Higgins the amount of money you paid T Higgins. You can't have the amount of money you're paying Jamar Chase and just waste this season. Like you just can't do it. And they're not going anywhere with Jake Browning, but the division is wide open. The Ravens are almost just as much of a mess as the Bengals. The Browns aren't doing anything. The Steelers, I mean, I guess it looked all right in this last week, but like the division's still open. The Bengals are what, 2-2? Like that's the Ravens are 1-3, or right? Or 0-4. What are the Ravens?
No, they have one win.
They won.
One win.
Yeah. The Browns are 1-3, and the Pittsburgh's 2-2. They got to do something. They cannot keep rolling Browning out. But Zach Taylor's comments today or yesterday didn't sound very convinced. Like that he planned on finding somebody else to play quarterback. So I don't know. This Bengals team is a disaster. I think it's going to keep being a disaster. But I think like if they get someone else in there at the quarterback position, I think it could easily turn around offensively at least, which in turn will help their defense. But 3 and out, their defense just can't. I mean, they're not good enough.
No, it's true. But Seth,
all right, let's go over to our sits here. Jordan, we'll go with you on this one.
Yeah, I got Jordan Mason as a sit, playing this Browns team, who they're just a really tough matchup for running backs. They give up the 3rd least fantasy points to running backs, the 2nd fewest rushing yards to running backs. Only Jahmyr Gibbs last week ran for more than 50 yards, has run for more than 50 yards on them. They're the best ranked run defense on PFF. They're the fifth best tackling team on PFF. So it's just a really good front seven who's really good at stopping the run. I mean, I watched that game, a decent amount of that game, and they're just good. Like, it's a really good run defense. And I think Jahmyr Gibbs had some big runs. Like, when he felt like it was either a big run or it was like he was getting stopped in line of scrimmage, you know. They don't get beat for these 4 or 5 yard, runs per game, or runs per attempt. So they stuff a lot of runs. They're really good at runs. Their pass defense isn't great. More of a pass funnel. I think you beat him through the air. But I've been on Jordan Mason a lot this year, like the last couple of weeks, and even before when he was the backup to Aaron Jones or splitting time with Aaron Jones. I think this is the spot to get off. I don't like Jordan Mason this week against this Browns defense. And then we'll hop right back on once they're playing again, out of after this game. So don't like Jordan Mason this week.
Browns are giving up 60.5 rushing yards per game. Only 31st best matchup for rushing yards per game. Buccaneers 54 rushing yards per game. I know
it's
they
got
a
par for the course though, Trent. For how they've been.
Yeah,
because
you can just
They're
throw
a pass
on
funnel.
them.
They've always been a pass funnel. Their front seven's always been good.
Mm-hmm. And then so my sit of the week here. Is that what you want to do, Seth? You want to go?
Yeah,
something
go ahead.
else?
Go, Trent.
You kind of bounced around everywhere, and we forgot sits last week, so I just making sure here. I have who's my sit here? I have Zay Flowers. I don't know if I'm missing something here, but PFF has Zay Flowers as the 12 wide receiver this week, and I know the injuries are piling up, and the Texans are a bottom 10 defense against receivers. But with Cooper Rush slinging the pill, this feels like a Derrick Henry game all the way. Between the buys and the injuries, you're probably forced to start him. But if you got options, I think it's totally fine to sit Zay Flowers here this week. Like I'm not feeling it. Like I do not understand why PFF has Zay Flowers as wide receiver 12. It just seems like he is ranked way too high. I don't know if anyone agrees or disagrees with that. Like the Texans are pretty good against the pass, actually. Like So I just feel like this is a Derrick Henry game, but maybe I'm wrong here. So I'm going to sit Zay Flowers. What are you seeing on that, Jordan?
I mean, I think I would imagine just volume based. Like Cooper Rush can throw the football. Like I think Zay Flowers had like 4 catches after Lamar left the game, last week. So I don't know. I see what you're saying though. Like
he put up good numbers with CD Lamb. I don't think Zay Flowers is CD Lamb. And I don't know like that offense or what the Cowboys is. It's so drastically different than that. Like Lamar offense with Cooper Rush compared to a Dak offense with Cooper Rush.
Don't you think though that like the Texans are gonna stack the box? Like I would imagine there's gonna have a 7, 8 in the box. Like I don't know. I guess I agree with your logic, Trent. My guess is Zay Flowers has like a middling game. He's not bad, not great. Maybe like 6 catches for like 60 yards, and that gets you 8 to 12 points somewhere, which probably isn't good enough. And maybe you. The only way
wide receiver 12 just seems way too high, though.
I think the only way he beats you, Trent, is if he breaks like a slant and goes to the house, which he's capable of doing. But that's probably how he beats you.
Yeah, and just a quick update from last week. We were 77% on our picks. Jordan, I did a new thing here, like on sleepers.
I got the one wrong, and it was a bad miss. Like it wasn't even close. It was a bad miss.
Yeah, you got George Pickens, but Matthew Golden I think had like 8.5 points. That was my sleeper. I think sleepers kind of got to get double-digit points, but I don't think 8.5 killed you. So I just put that as kind of a push and didn't count it. I did the same thing with Darnell Mooney the week before, but our miss. So we had Ashton Genty, Marvin Harrison as starts, Brian Thomas Jr. is a sit, George Pickens is a sit. Golden is a sleeper. Woody Marks is a slam dunk sleeper for you, Jordan. Survivor picks. We had Bills, Lions, upset Steelers, and then we had Panthers as an upset as well. But so not a solid week. I don't think there should be like it's good. Our picks we're doing a lot better in our picks this year. I think we're figuring it out. But Seth, where are we at here?
All right, let's go over to sleeper. We got the tong. Use the tongs, Trent.
Jordan, how do I pronounce this? Is it tongs or is it tongues?
I think it's tongs.
Yeah.
But don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I've been saying this on the waiver show for a while, but it's messing me up. And this is just, I got Jake Tongs here, as Seth would say. Time position's a wasteland, as everyone knows, but so is the 49ers injury report. It's actually even worse. So Tongs is one of the few guys actually suiting up in San Francisco. So I'm riding with him against the Rams. Short week, honestly, just because they literally have nobody else. So I think you can do a whole lot worse at the tight end position, but I like Tongs here. Maybe not like the coolest pick, but I think he could have a pretty good game here just off of what they have. Like the other guys is like Sky Moore and Demarcus Robinson and Christian McCaffrey, which CMC is going to have a good game, but I think Tongs gets a TD in this game.
Did you guys see that Christian McCaffrey, if you take away his rushing yards and only count his receiving yards, would be wide receiver 9? Like if he was a wide receiver based only on his receiving yards, he'd be wide receiver 9 this year.
Okay. I thought it was 5, but maybe I heard it wrong. So, but if you saw,
I saw 9. I read 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
PPR
maybe 5. I don't.
Yeah. But I saw if you took away his receiving stats, he likes not even a top 10 running back.
Oh, he can't run. They can't run the football.
He doesn't have a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, his high in rushing is, I mean, it's not good. I'll just say that. It's like,
what's he have?
Yeah.
His high,
I have it right here.
His high is 69 rushing yards.
69. That was week 1. In the last 3 weeks, he hasn't gone over 55 yards. But he has 11, though. 15, 7, 10 targets, 6, 10, 6, 9 catches.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous volume.
Yeah. Man, he only has 2 TDs on the season.
All right, Jordan, you got a sleeper?
Yeah, I don't expect this one to be, quite the hit that Woody Marks was last week. But I got Darius Slayton. Seeing him ranked pretty low at wide receiver. It's just kind of just a fill in the role thing for me. Steps into a bigger role without Neighbors. Man, that was such a bummer. Neighbors go tearing his ACL. That's a big loss, for the Giants coming off the Jackson Dart stuff. But Darius Slayton steps into that role. It's a solid matchup for Slayton, and the Giants should be, throwing. Like I think they throw in this game. If he got 4 targets last week, played 87% snaps last week after the Neighbors injury. So I think Slayton is fine. Again, like I think I have a dynasty league, the league that I talked about last week where I had to take it over. I think I'm gonna have to start Slayton in that league. But I don't, like I said, this is not like the Woody Marks. I don't have the feeling, but the Woody Marks one. But I think it's fine. If I had to give like a deeper sleeper in this train, like I think a Brashard Smith is interesting as a sleeper too. Just a little bonus. I think he's closer to Woody Marks than Slayton is. That's real deep though, I don't know. So, but yeah, I have Darius Slayton as my sleeper this week. I just think he fills a role. He has deep pass upside with Jackson Dart, who was known to throw the deep ball in college. So I don't know. Nothing special. Don't feel great about this, but I don't know.
It's a good matchup though, Jordan, with the Saints. But I'm surprised that like I kind of wanted to do DeMarcado, but it seems like Carter's kind of in the mix too. Like the Cardinals thing, it just doesn't really. I really like this spot for Trey Benson, and like it's a huge bummer. But I also think Cardinals running backs, like I think it's DeMarcado. But you see, Carter came out and said that he went from like being Pat Tillman practice player of the week to starting running back this week, and everyone's kind of like,
I saw that.
What?
Yeah.
Like so.
Well, I think they're going to split carries. He'll be more of the running guy. DeMarcado will play more on the third down, receiving guys. So I don't know. Yeah. Man, that Neighbors injury, we didn't talk about that. That's so just sad. Like Giants finally get Jackson Dart, ready to go, and then like a quarter in, just Neighbors just dies.
I've talked about it on shorts. I've talked about the waiver show, but like the MetLife turf is so bad. Like I don't understand. Like if I was a skilled player, I would straight up tell him, like, I do not want to play for you. I am not playing there. Like Odell Beckham Jr., Neighbors. Like Barkley had some issues. I don't think they happened on the turf, but it's like Giants players have a ton of knee issues. And I think MetLife is a huge reason for that. I'm sure the Jets have some too that I'm just not thinking about at the moment. But like you do kind of have to think about that. Like I don't want to play every game at MetLife. What, Seth?
Aaron Rodgers Achilles.
Aaron Rodgers Achilles, yeah, but it's
second play of the game.
The turf thing though, like the MetLife turf is like is the worst. Like that's the one that like all the players. I think LaDainian Tomlinson used to complain about it, and so I just for how new that stadium is, it should have better turf. Like that's my biggest gripe with turf is it's not all the same. Whereas like grass is kind of a little bit more consistent. I would say, because I don't see anyone really complaining about like the Cowboys turf or like the turf in SoFi, but like MetLife seems like there's a lot of smoke about how bad it is. But I rant about that all the time. And they're bringing in grass for the World Cup.
Trent, have you seen like the Cowboys don't have turf in their stadium?
What is it? It's turf.
I'm trying to think. Okay, well, they do something like weird with their turf. Like they rotate it like every that's what it is. It is turf, but like I went to that stadium, did the stadium tour, and it's like they rotate it like every they do something different with their turf. Like
they probably get new turf.
Well, it's like you have to feel worse for these high school kids that play on turf. That's absolutely horrible. That's not even getting taken good care of, But
yeah. The Cowboys definitely do something. I'm trying to recall what it was that I saw there.
Yeah, because even like I don't know, the Cardinals, how they bring the grass in and out, I think is the coolest thing. But that takes a lot of space. So I understand that. But even like I think the Eagles, do the Eagles play on turf in Philadelphia?
Eagles
That's
play on
not
grass.
They do play on grass?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of I don't feel like I hear complaints about the Vikings turf either. So it's definitely not all the same. Like they're doing something wrong in MetLife. Are you finding something, Jordan?
Well, it's just it's a special turf. I think that's it's developed and it's Hella's Matrix turf. It's like a Texas company who did it, and it's supposed to be more like real grass to mimic the look and feel of natural grass, especially when it comes like footing and impact reduction and stuff. So. It's like nice turf. It's like the best turf out there, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, which you would think every NFL team would have.
Yeah,
But
they don't.
all right. Seth, what else we got here? We can
go into our survivor picks here.
I'm
Yeah,
going
well,
with Eagles.
Let's go with the iffy one here, Jordan.
It's not iffy. It's the play. It's the only. It's like the best play.
It's the play, but I mean, it's also the Cardinals. So explain.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the Titans. Like the Titans are awful. Like, I mean, you're gonna want to pick on them. You're never gonna. So we have Cardinals at home as like 8-point favorite, 7.5, 8-point favorites. The Cardinals are never going to be that big of a favorite all year. The rest of the year, you're never going to use them again. The rest of the year, it's the only play. I have to decide on my 2 though. Do I go all in Cardinals on my 2? I have 2 still left, or do I split them? And I don't know what to do, so I'm gonna sleep on that and figure it out in the morning.
I'm like super depressed about my survivor pick. So last week I said pick the Bills. That was my play. And then like Thursday rolled around. I had to get my pick in by 1 o'clock. It was like 12:15. I was like, oh shoot, what did I do? I was like, just do the Packers. Cowboys for sure will lose this game. They're playing horrible. And then ties eliminate your team. So fun fact for survivor pool. Right, Jordan? I'm right on that, I think.
You know, and the one you're in, yeah, but not all of them. Everyone's
Okay,
different. Some of them
so,
ties
yeah.
didn't. Like in the Big
No.
Circa, I think in the Big Circa one, they did get eliminated. I think in the Big DraftKings one, they didn't, or it was vice versa. And one of the, because they're like the 2 main pools out there, the Circa one and the DraftKings one. I think they're both $1,000 per entry. Like those were, one of them they got eliminated and one of them they didn't. I can't remember which one was which though.
Yeah, so I am going with, my play that I haven't done. That's for absolutely nothing, but I'm going with Eagles. I think Eagles get it done here, keep the train rolling. And then so hopefully you used my pick last week and not the pick I actually did. But I think the Packers wiped out a lot of teams. I think a lot of teams got wiped out last week. And then what do I got here? Upset. I got Dolphins. Dolphins are picked to lose, right? Am I reading that right?
I mean, they're favored now, but they might have been
favored now.
They might, yeah. It's basically a coin flip. I have them like minus 115. And
oh yeah, Panthers were winning. We're the favorite now. Miami's the favorite.
Yeah, it's essentially a coin flip. What did I end up? I just filled this out. I got the Giants. They're on the road, but like
that was my second one.
I mean, I think the Saints team's really bad. So Giants on the road. I know they're on the road, but I like Jackson Dart. They're like plus 110 on the money line. So that's where I'm going.
Is Jaden Daniels playing this week?
Yeah, he is. He should play.
What do you think about Commanders over Chargers? Do you see that happening? That might be a decent upset play there.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're in play. They're cross country going to the. I don't know. I don't like it as much as I don't know. I really think the Giants, against the Saints.
All right, I think that, and then let's get into our pick'em our favorite matchups. I got Bucks at Hawks. I think Buccaneers and Seahawks. Baker Mayfield's just been must-watch football.
Let's see. I think like sneakily, like that Dallas Jets game is going to be pretty good for points. I think we see a lot of points in that game. I feel like there's not a ton of like very intriguing matchups. So Washington Chargers game.
Yeah.
I mean, Jacksonville at Kansas City is going to be, I think that's Monday Night Football could be kind of fun in Jacksonville. Maybe I'm biased, obviously, but I don't know. I don't see a ton that I love. Like, there's not like a ton of like, hey, this is going to be a really fun game to watch.
Yeah. The other one that could be interesting is Patriots and Bills. You got Stephon Diggs playing against his former team.
Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, he kind of did. He had a good game last week. He was probably on your bench if you have him. But Stephon Diggs did have a good game last week. Maybe he's trending in the right direction to have a good game against the Bills this week. So I think that on Sunday Night Football, that can be an interesting one to have, is a good game. Seth, anything that sticks out to you on this list besides Bucks and Seahawks? Like,
I don't know. There's a bunch of like games that I think are like a lot of 50-50 games. Like, I don't know. I think like Texans, Ravens, that can go either way. Dolphins, Panthers, Giants, Saints. I don't know. There's a lot of games I think can go either way. I think those games are going to be fun games to watch. I mean, might not be like the point totals you're wanting, but like I think those are going to be close games.
so the other one I have is Giant Saints. Like I'm kind of a little interested to see how that goes. Maybe just because if Neighbors were there, I'd be a lot more interested in it. But I kind of just want to see how Jackson Dart does, see how he keeps going. So anyway, Seth has a similar necklace to that guy, so that's why I was bringing that up. Is Jackson Dart?
It's not that big.
Let's go to our pick'ems, rapid fire, guys. I do every pick. Then we'll be going through these again tomorrow, where we'll be doing our favorite DFS plays. If you got any start sit questions, hop up and join that, guys. If we get 100 views, we'll be giving away some free hats, so you won't want to miss that. 9 p.m. at tffdudes. Give us that like, give us that sub. Jordan, who won our pick'ems last week?
It wasn't me. I can tell you that. I went 9-7. Trent went 10-6, and Seth went 12-4. Seth is
no.
You guys are terrible.
Seth has 3 wins. I had Trent. You have 1. I'm not on the board yet. So through 4 weeks, I am.
Wait, did I win last year?
I could pull that up.
Seth had that one where he got every single one right. Do you remember that?
Yeah. It was like, was it 14-0 or something?
Yeah.
What happened with the tie though? No one get that? What happens with that?
Technically, no one gets that, right?
What did I do? Yeah, I put it as a loss because I guess I could put him as a win, like or as a nothing.
We should all just
loss, but
you can call a tie if you want to. I think if you call a tie, you get 3 wins.
I mean,
you just
it
say,
doesn't.
Like, hey, this is gonna be a tie, and it is. We get 3 wins.
No, you should just be. You're just automatic winner on the week. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's not. I actually don't hate that. Like you're automatic winner of the week if you call something as a tie and is a tie. I don't hate that.
Should just guess every single game to be a tie.
No, you should just pick 1 game a week to be a tie.
It's a terrible idea.
Houston, Baltimore tied this week.
Ooh, no, it's not bad, Jordan.
Okay, you want to get to these?
Yeah.
Okay, Thursday night, San Francisco at the Rams. I'm trying to pull up my stuff here. It's not loading. I think LA is like a 6.5 point favorite, about 47-48 total. That was from the other day.
I'm seeing 9 right now on PFF, but maybe that's not updated.
Oh, it probably moved that's probably more correct because it probably moved with the injury news.
Yeah. I'm going Rams.
Okay. Yeah, so here we go.
Easy, Rams.
They are 8.5, 45 total. I'm going Rams too. Okay, next game. We have Minnesota at Cleveland. Minnesota favored by 3.5. 36 total. Whew, that is low. This is
Dylan
in London,
Gabriel starting
early morning. Dylan Gabriel, yes, is starting for the Browns, which I think at this point might be an upgrade, but I'm very interested to see. I am gonna go.
It's Vikings.
I'm going Minnesota.
So Vikings went Ireland to London. I don't know why I didn't notice that.
Which is very close. I mean, it's like
yeah.
Okay, Dallas at New York Jets. Dallas favored by 2.5, 47.5 total. I'm gonna go Jets here.
I'm going Dallas.
I'm going Cowboys.
Welcome to the crew, Seth. Them boys.
Yep.
All right, we got Dallas at Philly.
No, it's
Philly
not Dallas.
is
Denver.
No, sorry, Denver. I'm in shambles here. I don't know why my internet spins. Okay, Denver at Philly. Philly favored by 3.5, 43 total. I am going Philly.
Yeah. I think Saquon's going to have a good game.
It's about time.
Okay, so we all got Philly. Okay, so next game we have Houston at Baltimore.
Sorry, Saquon had a big game last week. My bad.
Houston at Baltimore. Baltimore has no Lamar Jackson this week. Houston favored by 2 on the road, 40.5 total. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go Baltimore.
I'm going Houston.
Texans.
Houston, we got a problem.
Okay. We got Las Vegas at Indianapolis. Indianapolis favored by 7 at home, 47.5 total. I got Indianapolis.
Yeah, Colts.
This is our team. We bleed blue for the shoe. Beat the Raiders. The Colts. Anyone else seen that guy?
That's enough, please.
Have you seen that guy, Seth?
No, and I don't want to.
You're
after
some
what I
eye
just
black away
listened
from
to.
being a spitting image of him. I'll send you a video of that guy, the Colts super fan.
All right. Miami at Carolina. Miami favored by 1 on the road, 44 total. I'm going to go Miami.
Dolphins.
Fins
Fins up.
All right.
Called it.
Giants at New Orleans. New Orleans favored by 2 at home, 41.5 total. I'm going Giants.
Yeah. Scataboo.
Man,
Is it
let's try
Scatabo
to-
or Scataboo? I don't know. Why do they say
Scatabo.
Scataboo?
Scatabo.
I'm gonna
Scatabo.
go, man. It's gonna get different. Try to get one here, but I just don't trust the Saints. I'm gonna go Giants. I like that front seven.
All right. We got Tampa Bay at Seattle. Seattle favored by 3.5, 45 total. I'm going Seattle at home. This Buccaneers team's too banged up.
I'm gonna go
Hawks, baby.
Bucks.
Hawks Nest. Let's go.
Fire the cannons.
All right. Tennessee at Arizona. Arizona favored by 7.5, 42 total. Cardinals.
Bird Gang.
Cardinals.
All right. Detroit at Cincinnati. Detroit favored by 10 on the road, 49.5 total. Man, this total just keeps going up and up. Yeah,
Lions.
Detroit by murder. All right. Washington at LA Chargers.
Murder.
LA by murder. They're going to murder them. Chargers by 3, 48.5 total. This game, actually, I think it's going to be pretty good. I'm going to go Chargers at home. We'll
Do we
bounce
know if
back
Daniels
for
is
the
playing
Chargers.
or not yet?
Yes,
I mean, the line tells it would not be 3 if the line wouldn't
about
be 3
Terry?
if Daniels was missing. Terry, I
I'm
think
going
it's a question mark.
Chargers. Marion, the Barbarian, Hampton.
I'm going Commanders.
I can't wait to talk on the live about who's the Chargers' number 1 wide receiver for the third
It's
week in a row.
Quentin
We got to bring it
Johnson.
up.
He's gonna smash. He's gonna smash this week. Okay. Sunday night game. New England at Buffalo. Buffalo favored by 7.5 at home, 48.5 total. Buffalo.
I'm going Bills. How come I'm not seeing any more broken tables anymore? They got to bring that fad
Bills.
back.
All right. Monday Night Football in Jacksonville. I'm trying to think the last Monday Night Football game was in Jacksonville. I have to look that up. Kansas City favored by 3.5 on the road, 46 total. Duval, baby.
I'm going Chiefs.
Are you really Duvalin right now?
Yep, Duval.
All right.
Going
well,
Duval
I
this week.
enjoyed getting last place again. Chiefs.
Most recent game was. Wait, that can't be right.
What's it say?
Oh, Jordan, did they play the 49ers? But you said in Jacksonville. No, that
Wait,
wasn't.
what?
That's not right. No, I don't
The last
know.
Jaguars Monday Night Football. Let's see. They are 8-9 on Mondays all time. Their last one was I guess it was last year. They played Monday Night Football once the last 2 years. Well, I'm dumb.
Maybe you don't pay it as against the.
They got. Oh yeah, I was trying to put that game out of my memory. They lost 47-10 against the Bills last year.
You're probably
on Monday Night
watching the
Football.
Manning cast, and they probably had Caitlin Clark.
I
on or
think
something.
that was that might have been a two gamer. And then the other
maybe.
time was in 2023. They lost the Bengals by 3. I remember that game. Before that, it was 12 years though.
Yeah.
From 2011, 2023, I didn't play at all.
If anyone's like super annoyed talking about the Jaguars, just know you're not alone. We're with you, but we're here for Jordan as well. So we're all together like a family, like a herd of elk, one heartbeat. Anyways, I
Yep.
think that does it, guys. I think that's all of it, right?
Yeah.
I think that's all she wrote.
Yeah. Join us on the live, guys. It's going to be fun. Going to go through these again. Got some plays, start sits. Seth, do you think you'll know where your computer is?
Yeah, if I can remember where I put it. Yeah, but it's in the same spot, is not covered by stuff anymore. So
Okay.
I'm gonna leave my
Perfect.
setup set up.
All right. Well, good luck, guys. Hopefully to see you tonight on the live. Catch you next time. And as always, take care.